Well, good day and welcome, and thank you for joining me today as we review the movie Aquaman 2. So this is a bit of a breakthrough experience for me because it's the first time ever I use one of those chairs, those seats that rumble and shake and tilt and turn with the action that's going on. So already can tell you that my experience was enhanced by the seat. You have to experience that in a movie that's got a lot of action, and I can tell you, not only does this movie have a lot of action, it's the way the action is shot. So I feel like I have to explain something that some of my viewers haven't gotten yet when it comes to my reviews. When I review a movie, I'm letting you know what my overall experience is of the film. I'm not critiquing the writing. I'm not critiquing just the editing or visual style. I'm not really critiquing anything in particular. What I want to get out of this, what I want to share with you, is the experience itself. Is it giving me that emotional impact that it needs to give me? Did they do a good job at that? And did I have a good time? So let me tell you, not every well-written movie is a movie that I'm going to like. But not every crappy written movie either is a movie that I'm going to hate. You know, I can really have a good time with a movie where it fails in either one of these categories. It might fail in the storytelling. It might fail in the jokes. It might fail in the visual style. So if it starts to fall apart in more than one of these areas, that's when you're going to see me starting to feel a little bit low on the grade of the film. So in Aquaman 2, there was this sense that this movie was already broken before it was released, just because some of the actors that are involved were having real life crises that changed the perspective on the actor themselves. People weren't happy to see Amber Heard returning for her role in this film. Also, DC has also had a change of management in the editing room. They had to change a few things, and they just had to adjust for a lot of things. So in the end, the product that we have, it may feel a little disjointed a little bit. I'm going to say that overall, I really feel like this was a family film, and it shouldn't surprise anybody because the first Aquaman was a family film. Out of all the DC films that came before it, there's always been this maturity, this darkness, that it just wasn't hitting all the right beats. So then comes along Aquaman, the first film, and it was a breath of fresh air. Everybody just loved it. Even if you didn't love the film, you just loved that new feeling from DC. It wasn't what they were giving up before. It was a family film. It was cohesive. The visuals were amazing. And so it made $1 billion. What did this film have that other film didn't? Did it exceed? Did it excel? Was it not as good? I could tell you that there are some things that was much better in this film than in Aquaman 1, but there are other things where it failed. And people give me criticism for not being too critical about some of the movies that I review. I tend to focus more on the positives than I do the negatives. And to be honest with you, I do forget to talk about the negatives because when I get excited about a film, I just want to tell you the good stuff. And so when I do my reviews, please forgive me. I'm still practicing on delivering my feelings about a movie in these reviews, but I can tell you that I'm more positive in life. So it may come out in my reviews because honestly, movies are art and people work hard on these films. So this film, like I was saying, is a family film. You can bring your children and they will have a good time, and they will probably have a better time than the adults because there is that kind of, it's not a cartoon feel, but it's got that silliness kind of going on. There is this quirkiness at some points. Here are the positives, and I will give you some negatives. The positives here is obviously the visuals, but they are very strong, these visuals. Again, a beautiful movie, and I think they did better this time than they did the first time. They just took the layers and the computer generations that they've already created and then enhanced them for the second film. And the action scenes, this is where I'm really giving it. My top thing to say here is the actions are really cool. The camera view here is, it moves around the scene. The action scenes are quite fast, but you see what's happening, which is a mistake that a lot of movies end up doing. Again, the camera's moving through and you feel the experience, and it's really awesome. So again, it's the experience here that matters to me, and that was an absolute plus. The other thing that I really enjoyed about this was the antagonist, Black Manta. He's back and he plays his role again. He was from the first film. He's back in this one, and he's upgraded some for reasons, which is part of the story. And not only is he kicking butt, he's kicking butt in style. You want menacing? You want to see an actor who's playing a character who's pissed off and who's serious? It's him. He's the most serious character in the whole entire film. Now the negatives, okay, because there are some. The things that I did not like. I feel like this movie failed in really helping you follow along with where you're going and why you're doing, where you're going and why. Aquaman and his brother, who are kind of on a journey, who got to go to various places. Each scene that the brothers go through, they go through one quest, and you kind of know why, but really you don't. And you don't even know where you're going. You kind of do, but you don't. In the end, you feel like you're just going from scene, action, scene, action, scene, action. The action in the visuals was the absolute plus in all this, but your reason to care for why you're there doing what you're doing is not. The dialogue in here is absolutely just terrible. I find that the dialogue in a lot of scenes were almost like written for a high school play. First off, the words are very basic. They're not like what most people would sound like when they talk. And they are presenting this acting with these words in a strange way where you feel like they're absolutely on a stage talking over an audience. Did I have a good time? Absolutely, I did. This was a fun family film. And I keep saying family because my son loved this. I took Halo out there and he says this is one of his favorite films of the year. Now, I'm giving him respect and credit for his opinion. You know, what kind of experience did he have? He was totally immersed into the chair, for one. And he was immersed into the action as well. Halo gives this movie a 10 out of 10, but I'm going to give this movie a, hey, it's definitely worth the time and money. Anyway, I did not regret my movie ticket. I did not regret spending the extra bucks on the cool vibrating chair. So if you get a chance to go out there, hey, enjoy yourself. I think you're going to have a good time. I would just stay away from all of the criticisms that you have before seeing it. If you do not like Amber Heard because of what happened to her in her life, listen, she's an artist, she's an actor, she needs to work. And so I don't want to tear down anybody. I don't boycott any film for their actors, all right? I don't, because it's a whole group dynamic. All the artists and all the camera people and all the grips and everybody is involved in these films. To just boycott it because of some person, I find that is so not right. It's not giving respect where respect is due. I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope you got something out of it. I hope you understand how I look at these films, and I'll try to do better again to give a little bit more of an explanation as to all the positives and negatives compared to what I have been doing. And I'll keep that in mind. So thank you very much for your criticism on that. And as we are finishing this year of 2023, I have one more film to watch, and then I'm going to give all my breakdowns of the best films of the year, and we're going to move on to next year and have a awesome time going to the theater. So please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you made it this far throughout the film, thank you very much for doing so, because I really do appreciate it. And so until next time, enjoy life, enjoy film, take care, and I wish you well.